What's up, Guardians? It's CHoO here, and today I'm back with another Destiny 2 video. This time, as promised, I'm going to talk about something that really gets me going and gets me pumped up back to my roots of playing games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So with that comes the Destiny 2 open world, or as close as it can come from Bungie's side of things. So what we heard in the keynote or the live reveal of Destiny 2 the other day in Los Angeles is that we have two things coming to the game, and that's going to be adventures and lost sectors. First up, let's talk about adventures. So what adventures is going to be side quest missions that take us into new camps and towns and villages and outposts, stuff that you've heard Luke Smith and other creators of Bungie talk about in different news articles in the past. So here it comes, and in those new outposts or camps or whatever you want to call them are going to be new characters. And these characters are going to give us side quests called adventures. And with these adventures, they're going to mark our new mini map with different treasure locations, okay? And what you're going to be able to do is go and discover these different things, finish these side quests, and get different loot for them. This is something similar to what I think patrols was supposed to be in original Destiny. So in original Destiny, you had patrols. You went out to an area, it would randomly show up, the sky would get dark, and your remote would start vibrating, and you might see two other Guardians if you're crazy lucky. Like, you won the lottery, two other Guardians show up and help you defend a war sat for a couple minutes. That was about the extent of it, and it popped up, give you 3 gold stars, and you got some material. You might get a green engram or blue engram, which you can break down right away. They weren't very rewarding. They weren't very challenging. They didn't take you to new areas that you haven't explored before. It had nothing to really do with the story. For the average player, you didn't really know what was going on. It was just the sky got dark and you ran to the location and you hung out for a few minutes and shot a couple monsters or bad guys, right? Nothing crazy from it. I am super excited about what adventures and treasure maps are going to happen, and characters in these outposts are going to send us on them. That's awesome. That brings me back to something that, like I talked about at the beginning of the game, Fallout and Skyrim. So in Skyrim, you had this amazing mini map. I mean, look at that detail you have. You'd click on a location and boom, you could either fast travel if you discovered it so far, or you could just walk there. You could see anything on that map and walk to it. It was a full open world. Now, I don't feel like we're going to get this in Destiny 2. I think there's some system limitations that we're going to have. They're going to hold us back. Kind of like why they can't do 60 frames per second. It's locked in at 3 like they talked about. So as you would walk into these villages, you'd meet this side quest character right here, and you'd ask him about his day. Hey, dude, why are you sharpening that axe? And then he might tell you about his brother-in-law that's been missing, so now he's working on the farm, and you can hero up and go try to find that guy. And that side quest would lead you to other side quests and other outposts, and you'd find different swords or weapons or different, loot in this case for the Destiny side of things. This is what I'm picturing in my head on what, Destiny could be. It could be PvP in the Crucible. It could be these open world adventures like Skyrim has here, and you could just be going nuts. Going to different outposts, picking up different side quests, meeting new characters, earning new loot, and telling a deep and rich story. This is what I want, some combination of what Destiny 2 and a Skyrim world would be like. Next up, we have lost sectors. So these same new characters that we met at the different outposts and different towns and cities will also mark places on our mini-map that will bring us to something called lost sectors. What these are dungeons that you will descend into, and you will find a cache of treasure and a boss that holds the key. So this is awesome. So what I'm picturing right now is my own Indiana Jones, baby. We are going to walk into these lost sectors like a boss, just like Dr. Jones himself. We're going to find this golden ark, this treasure. We're going to have to find out how to beat it. Maybe there's going to be some sort of simple little puzzle or raid mechanic that will be like a dungeon for the lost sector. I really hope that they make these cool, that it's something, far more advanced than something like a simple public event. Just like Dr. Jones discovers here in this movie, it's not as simple as it seems, and there might be a big roller ball I mean, how cool would that be? But I don't know. As you guys know, this stuff is super, super neat. It's all new, so we're all speculating on what it's going to be like. I'm sure it's not going to be just like an Indiana Jones, but it could be like the Bungie or Destiny's version of the Indiana Jones searching for lost treasure. And in these, I think they could do something really cool. They could bring it back just how in the Omegle Strike, you get the Grasp of Malik. You get these different guns that are based off of those dungeon bosses or strike bosses. They could have specific loot similar to what you had in the Court of Oryx. Different things like that you could get the gear only from their whole gear sets. They could have, and I'm assuming they will have special weapons and gear sets that you can only get from a special lost sectors, and have them be different, difficulty that maybe you have to bring in, a fire team. You definitely can't solo it yourself, when you're at, at max level, and have these always be changing. Some different, put 5 or 6 different things in there, 5 or 6 different versions of what it can be, so it's not the same thing every single time. That would be huge. I know that they tried to do this a little bit, like I said, with public events, the golden chest, the 5 golden chests on the maps, the different dead ghost, and they got better and better every DLC or every new part of the game that came out. They added a new twist into it, right? So this could be amazing. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a combination of adventures, going to be something similar to, an open world, go find these side quests, find these camps and outposts, and those characters send you on a wild goose chase, and you end up finding some amazing treasures there on these adventures? Do you guys feel like the Lost Sectors part is going to be Bungie's version of Indiana Jones, and you go find, these hidden and, magical places, like a dungeon, like I said, you drop in, you find a boss, and there's some epic loot there in these Lost Sectors? What are your guys' thoughts? Make sure you leave it in the comments down below. I think this has potential to be one of the coolest parts of Destiny 2. When at the reveal, they talked about this is going to be the foundation of what Destiny 2 is built on. And with this, these adventures, these Lost Sectors, are going to take part in the 4 new worlds, which is Titan, Earth, the European Dead Zone, which is also the largest location that they've built so far into the game. And as you see on the map, that's what the map's going to look like right there, with the treasures and the adventures and lost sectors popping up. Public events are going to pop up on there and let you know not only when they are, but where they are as well, so Guardians can come and help you. You don't have to win the lottery to be able to get there. Super, super cool, guys. Super cool. Like I said, it's going to take a part in 4 new worlds: Titan, Earth, Nessus, and Io. So like I said, leave comments down below, guys, on what your thoughts are. Is it going to be an open world like Skyrim? Is it going to be an Indiana Jones feel? What are you guys wanting to see? At this point, take any of this with a grain of salt. As always, when you watch any of these YouTube videos, if they're not from Bungie, they're not official announcements, they're going to be speculation. But that's the fun part. We all love here as huge, Destiny fans to sit back and speculate on what could happen to our game in our world. And this is what I would like to see, Guardians. It's something, a combination of what you just saw, and I think we could have something pretty epic on our hands, mixed with the gunplay and all that crazy loot that we're obsessed with getting, these rare exotics. That's what I'm really excited about, guys. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, click the like button, because it definitely helps support this video, and it lets me know what you guys want to see more of. If you're not currently a subscriber, click that subscribe button and click the bell as well to turn on notifications so you stay right up to date with any of my videos. The next video that I'm looking to make is going to be based on clans, and that should be coming out sometime either tomorrow or the next day, depending on when I'm done editing and putting it all together. There's lots of good information out there about clans coming out, and that's a huge part. I met some of my best friends that I have in my adult life, actually from online video games. A lot of similar interests, and clans are a big part of doing that. So I'm super excited to see that's the integration built more into the game, and that's what our next video is going to be all about: clans and how they can impact the game with something called guided games. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I love your face, and don't forget, everyone likes you.